Hello everyone, welcome to Green Gander 75. My name is Buddy. Today we are going to finish working on the Bridgeport motor and give the mill its first run after being reconditioned. On the last episode we disassembled the motor and found it to be a real mess. I gotta point out just how incredibly nasty this is. It's gonna take some work. We'll figure out how to get it cleaned up. Well, off camera that's just what I did. It took some effort, but here is the motor cleaned and ready to put back together. Why did I clean this off camera? I know we have all heard the phrase, don't try this at home. Cleaning an electric motor is something that should be left up to the professionals. I started working with motors when I was 10 years old, and I work with motors on a near daily basis in my career. I don't claim to be a motor expert, but you might say I've been around a few during the last 27 years. I know from experience that cleaning a motor improperly can destroy an electric motor and could even get you electrocuted. So why not show cleaning the motor? Because I want you to be safe and take it to a motor repair shop for cleaning and testing. The rotor has cleaned up real nice, and I've upgraded the bearing to a high quality sealed bearing top and bottom. I've painted the end shields, and now I plan to reassemble the motor and then paint the frame. This will make it easier to keep dust and paint out of the windings. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's put this motor back together. The shaft rotates freely and has no end play. This means the bearings are aligned and tight. Next up, I'll reconnect the drum switch. This will be easy because I have all the wires labeled for their proper location. Oh yeah, and it's unplugged. I'll use masking tape to mask any places that dust and paint can enter the motor while stripping and painting the frame. I'll strip and paint the frame off camera. If you're interested in that process, I show it in detail in my series on the South Bend lathe. Now I'm ready for startup. The first order of business will be to tighten all the screws. Once the belts are in place, it's time to install the upper belt housing assembly. The motor is heavy but manageable. This would have been a lot easier with two people if a second person had been available. The last step is to do a little bit of cleaning before startup. Well, after about 6 months of work, here it is, up and running and ready to make some chips. We're going to take a quick look at it and see how it's doing. All right, so both directions of the motor are working properly and are pretty quiet. So the feed on the quill is working properly. Quite quiet, no real noise to speak of. Forward and reverse. We'll shut it off here and go ahead and put it into back gear. Now, if you remember, back gear was the one that was making all the noise. We'll go ahead and see how it's doing. Back gear is sounding pretty good. Brake is working. Let's go ahead and take it out of back gear. There we go. The brake is working very well. Well, I guess we're going to call this a successful conclusion of the Bridgeport mill project. Got the head back together, reconditioned, ready to run. The rest of the mill, we just cleaned it this time. Future project way down the road. We'll take and do some restoration work on the rest of it. But right now, this was just basically a recondition project to get this thing back up and running so I can use it for future projects. At the moment, I can't use it at all because I spent all my money repairing this and not buying any tooling or any vise or anything like that. So I really can't really use it right now. Alright, so we're getting ready to start back on the South Bend lathe. As a matter of fact, I've already done some work on it, so be looking forward to videos on that coming down the road. I want to take a moment and thank you for watching. We've now gone over 500 subscribers for the channel, and that is really great. So I couldn't do it without y'all, and I would definitely want to thank you for all the support and the comments that I get from everybody. So if you haven't already, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can get updates when I post new videos, and I certainly would appreciate that. If you like this video, click that like button, and as always, send me a comment. I always enjoy hearing from everybody. So back up and running, pretty cool. Alright, thank you for watching, and we will see y'all next time. Have a good evening.